You know what's absolutely wild? There's a superpower that costs nothing, requires zero equipment, and can literally transform every single aspect of your life. Yet 99% of people completely ignore it or think it's some mystical art form that takes years to master. I'm talking about sleep. And if you think getting quality rest is complicated, you've been lied to by everyone from your college roommate to that one guy at the gym who brags about functioning on 3 hours a night. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. Sleep isn't just about feeling less tired. This isn't some feel-good wellness nonsense. We're talking about the difference between your brain operating like a Ferrari versus a broken-down pickup truck that's been sitting in a junkyard for 6 months. When you sleep properly, your body becomes a machine that builds muscle, sharpens your mind, and cranks your energy levels through the roof. When you don't, everything starts falling apart faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people think improving sleep means buying expensive mattresses, downloading meditation apps, or following some complex routine that takes longer than filing your taxes. That's complete garbage. The real secrets to better sleep are so simple that a 5-year-old could understand them. Yet somehow we've convinced ourselves that tossing and turning for hours is normal, that waking up feeling like we got hit by a truck is just part of being an adult. Let me tell you a story that'll blow your mind. There's this epidemic happening right under our noses, and it's not what you think. Millions of people are walking around every day in a state that's scientifically equivalent to being drunk. Not from alcohol, not from substances, but from sleep deprivation. Their reaction times are slower, their decision making is impaired, and their bodies are literally breaking down from the inside out. The crazy part? They have no idea it's happening because this has become their new normal. The sleep industry wants you to believe that fixing your rest requires a complete lifestyle overhaul. They want you buying special pillows, fancy sleep trackers, and subscribing to premium apps that promise to unlock the secrets of the universe through better sleep hygiene. But what if I told you that most sleep problems can be solved with changes so basic that you'll question why nobody ever taught you this stuff in school? See, there's this thing called your circadian rhythm, and it's basically your body's internal clock that's been perfected over millions of years of evolution. This clock knows exactly when you should be awake, when you should be sleepy, and how to cycle through the different stages of rest your body needs to repair itself. The problem isn't that this system is broken. The problem is that modern life has declared war on this ancient biological masterpiece. Every night, millions of people unknowingly sabotage their own sleep with habits so common that they seem harmless. They're staring at screens that blast their brains with the same type of light that signals sunrise. They're chugging coffee at times when their body is trying to wind down for the day. They're turning their bedrooms into environments that would make a vampire uncomfortable. And then they wonder why they can't fall asleep, or why they wake up feeling like they went 12 rounds with a professional boxer. But here's the plot twist that changes everything. Your body actually wants to sleep well. It's designed for it. Every cell in your system is programmed to crave that deep restorative rest that leaves you feeling like you can conquer the world. The only reason you're not experiencing this is because you're accidentally fighting against your own biology with habits that seem innocent but are actually sleep destroyers in disguise. The best part? Once you understand what's actually happening, fixing your sleep becomes ridiculously simple. We're not talking about meditation retreats or expensive supplements. We're talking about tweaks so small that you can implement them tonight and start seeing results before the weekend hits. These aren't theory or wishful thinking. These are scientifically proven methods that work whether you're a night owl, an early bird, or someone who's convinced they're just naturally bad at sleeping. What I'm about to show you will completely change how you think about rest. We're going to destroy every myth you've been told about sleep, expose the habits that are secretly keeping you awake, and give you a step-by-step system that turns your bedroom into a recovery chamber that would make professional athletes jealous. And the crazy part is, most of these changes will cost you absolutely nothing except the willingness to stop doing things that are working against you. So if you're ready to stop feeling like garbage every morning and start experiencing what it's like to wake up with the energy of someone half your age, then buckle up. Because what we're about to cover will make you wonder why you spent so many years making sleep way harder than it ever needed to be. The first thing we need to destroy is this fairy tale that you can bank sleep like you're saving up vacation days. You know those people who pull all-nighters during the week and then try to hibernate for 14 hours on Saturday? They're basically trying to pay off a credit card debt by throwing monopoly money at it. Your sleep schedule isn't a flexible payment plan where you can negotiate terms with your biology. It's more like a high maintenance relationship that demands consistency, or it'll make your life absolutely miserable. Here's what actually happens when you try to catch up on sleep. Your body's internal clock gets more confused than a tourist in Times Square without GPS. Every time you drastically change your sleep schedule, you're essentially giving your circadian rhythm whiplash. Sure, you might feel slightly less zombie-like after sleeping until noon, but underneath the surface, your system is still running on fumes and duct tape. And let's talk about the biggest scam in the sleep world. You've got people walking around bragging about how they only need 4 hours of sleep like it's some kind of superpower. These are the same people who think drinking energy drinks for breakfast makes them productive. What they don't realize is that they've basically trained themselves to function in a perpetual state of impairment. It's like being proud of driving with one eye closed because you've gotten really good at not crashing. The truth is, these 4-hour heroes have just developed a tolerance for feeling terrible. Their bodies are screaming for rest, but they've learned to ignore the signals like someone who's gotten used to living next to a construction site. They might seem energetic in the morning, but their decision-making is compromised, their immune system is hanging on by a thread, and they're aging faster than a banana in direct sunlight. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Some of the most popular sleep aids are actually working against you in ways that would make a double agent jealous. Take alcohol, for example. Millions of people use it as a nightcap because it makes them drowsy, but what they don't know is that alcohol is like hiring a demolition crew to renovate your house. Sure, it might knock you out, but it absolutely destroys the quality of your sleep cycles. When you drink before bed, you might fall asleep faster, but your brain never gets to do the deep repair work it needs to do. It's like trying to defragment your computer while someone keeps unplugging it. Your REM sleep gets butchered, which means you wake up feeling like you spent the night wrestling with your pillow instead of actually resting. The same goes for that melatonin everyone's obsessed with. People pop these pills like they're vitamins, thinking they've found the magic bullet for better sleep. But here's the kicker. Your body produces melatonin naturally, and when you keep supplementing with external sources, you're basically telling your internal pharmacy to shut down and let someone else handle the job. Over time, you build tolerance, need higher doses, and create a dependency that's harder to break than a Netflix binge-watching habit. But the real sleep killers are hiding in plain sight, disguised as harmless evening activities. That innocent scroll through social media before bed? You're basically staring into a miniature sun that's screaming at your brain to stay awake. The blue light from your phone, laptop, or TV is the same wavelength found in morning sunlight, which triggers your body to suppress melatonin production and ramp up alertness. It's like trying to fall asleep while someone's shining a flashlight in your face and yelling about the sunrise. Your poor circadian rhythm doesn't understand that you're just checking Instagram for the 15th time today. All it knows is that bright light means it's time to be awake and alert. And caffeine? This is where people really fool themselves. You've got coffee addicts who slam espresso at dinner time and then act shocked when they're staring at the ceiling at midnight. Caffeine has a half-life longer than some Hollywood marriages, staying in your system for 6 to 8 hours after consumption. Even if you don't feel jittery, that caffeine is still blocking the receptors in your brain that signal sleepiness. The sneaky part is that caffeine doesn't just keep you awake, it also fragments your sleep quality throughout the night. You might eventually fall asleep, but your rest becomes as shallow as a kiddie pool. Your body never gets the deep, restorative sleep it needs to repair muscle tissue, consolidate memories, and reset your energy systems for the next day. So here's the bottom line that nobody wants to admit. You've been making sleep infinitely harder than it needs to be. All those nights spent tossing and turning, all those mornings feeling like you got run over by a freight train, all those afternoons crashing harder than a stock market in free fall. It doesn't have to be your reality anymore. The game-changing truth is this. Your body is already programmed to sleep like a champion. You don't need to hack your biology or outsmart millions of years of evolution. You just need to stop accidentally sabotaging the system that's been trying to work for you this entire time. Cut the blue light after sunset. Keep your caffeine intake reasonable, maintain some consistency in your schedule, and create an environment that doesn't fight against your natural sleep drive. These aren't revolutionary concepts that require a PhD to understand. These are basic principles that work whether you're a busy parent, a stressed out student, or someone who's convinced they're just naturally bad at sleeping. The only thing standing between you and incredible rest is the willingness to stop doing the things that are working against you. Your future self will thank you for making these changes. Because when you finally experience what real restorative sleep feels like, you'll wonder how you ever survived functioning on anything less. Sweet dreams are just a few simple adjustments away. Yeah, I know you're probably watching this at night. It's probably time for you to go to sleep now. Bye.